Hello dear students, welcome back to Learn Physics. In today's topic, we are going to discuss about the portion Laws of Motion. Last class we completed the free body diagram, and in today's class we are going to discuss about the equilibrium. What is meant by equilibrium of a body? See, if the object is in equilibrium, then it can't move from one place to another. The movement that is the net force acting on the system will be equal to zero. So if the object is under equilibrium, the net force acting on it will be equal to zero. So here, before reaching to the portion equilibrium, we will first need to study about the resolution of forces. From there, we can move to the equilibrium force. Okay, resolution of force. So equilibrium means the net force acting on the system is equal to zero, or net torque acting on the system is equal to zero. That means it won't be having any translational force, or turning effect also won't be, rotational effect won't be there if the object is under equilibrium position. Okay, equilibrium means net force is equal to zero. Then for finding out how we can consider the net force is equal to zero, by finding out the resolution of vector. What is meant by this resolution? Resolution means here, see, I have a force here, okay, which is acting in this direction, which is making an angle theta with respect to the horizontal. With respect to the horizontal, the force is making an angle theta. Then I can write it as, see here, theta, I can divide it into two components. This is the y axis, and this is the respective x axis. And I can draw one perpendicular from the vector towards x-axis and towards the y-axis. The component which I am getting along x-axis is called as fx, and the component which I am getting along y-axis I am representing it as fy. Okay, so an fx component, how I can represent? This is f, so it will be f cos theta. The component which is coming near to theta is cos component, and component which is coming near to away from theta is sine component, f sine theta. This one actually you are getting from that Pythagoras theorem, cos theta and sine theta. From a right angle triangle, you can find out this sine theta and cos theta. That like that only you are getting the final answer actually here. Okay, so here f cos theta and f sine theta, the component which is coming near to theta will be cos component, and component which is moving away from theta will be sine component. So here next we are going to study about solve some of the questions. Okay, so here resolve a weight of 10 Newton in two directions which are parallel and perpendicular to the slope, to a slope which is inclined at 30 degree. Okay, so this 30 degree to the horizontal. With respect to the horizontal, I am representing a slope here which is making an angle 30 degree. So 30 degree is the slope with respect to the horizontal. Here I am placing one object which is having a weight of 10 Newton. So in previous classes I already told you weight will be acting exactly downwards. We need to find out the component of this force, that is this weight, which is parallel to the slope and perpendicular to the slope. These two we need to find out. Okay, so parallel to the slope and perpendicular to the slope. Parallel to the slope means through the slope. How can I represent? It will be like this. This is the slope which I am representing here. So the slope I will represent with another color. Then it's not visible, right? Blue also, I'll represent it with a red color. Okay, so this is the one parallel, and perpendicular to the inclined plane means it is perpendicular over here. This is the perpendicular line. So we need to find out the component of, resolve the weight into two directions. Which are the directions? Parallel and perpendicular to the slope. So 10 Newton is acting downwards. So this angle we need to find out. How much will be this angle? This angle we need to find out. Here we know it is 90 degree. It is perpendicular, right? So here it will be 90 degree. If this is 90 degree and this is 30 degree, then obviously this much will be 30. This much will be 90, and if this is 90, this is 30 degree, and how much will be this one? This value also will be 30 degree, right? Here this is the perpendicular which we are drawing here, and here this angle is 30, and this also will be 30 degree. How we are getting that 30 degree over there? See here, this is the perpendicular which is drawn over here. Okay, this is the perpendicular, and from here we are drawing one. Okay, this angle is 30 degree, and this much it will be 30 degree. So what is this angle here? This is, I am dropping one perpendicular here, so it will be 60. If this is 60 degree, the small diagram, this small angle is 60 degree. Here I am representing it as the triangle. Here it is 30 degree, and from here I am dropping it downwards. This is 90 degree. So this much will be 60 degree. And we know that from here I am dropping one perpendicular. So the whole thing will be 90 degree. So what will be this much? This much will be 30 degree. Okay, clear children? So here we are getting an idea about this, how we can find out this angle. Okay, here I am representing the angle like this. Now, so here you got the value as 30 degree only. We got it as 30 degree. Now the angle is here 30 degree, and from here acting exactly downwards, that is this 10 Newton which is acting downwards, and from here this is the perpendicular and this is the axis which is parallel. This angle is 30 degree. So the component which is coming near to theta will be cos component. So it will be 10 cos 30, and this will be 10 sin 30. 10 sin 30. So parallel component we can represent it as 10 sin 30. 10 sin 30. So sin 30 is 1 by 2, 10 by 2. Here you are getting it as 5 Newton. And perpendicular component will be 10 cos 30. So root 3 by 2, cos into root 3 by 2, 5 root 3 Newton. Okay, clear? So this is how we will be finding out the this parallel and perpendicular components. So next we are going to study about the another question. Resolve horizontally and vertically of two vectors. So here we are resolving it into horizontally and vertically of a force F equals 8 Newton, which makes an angle 45 degree with the horizontal. 45 degree with the horizontal. 8 Newton forces acting horizontal with respect to horizontal, which is making an angle 45 degree. We need to resolve that into vertical and horizontal components. Okay, so it is F is acting like this. Okay, it is not compulsory always it should act like this. You can represent like this also, force. Okay, and it can divide it into two components. So I am dividing it into two components, and this was making an angle 45 degree with respect to the horizontal. So this is F cos 45, and this will be F sin 45. F is 8, cos 45 is 1 by root 2, so 8 by root 2. Okay, and here F sin 45, again the same value we will be getting, sin 45 also 1 by root 2 only, 8 by root 2. Okay, clear children? This is how we will be finding out the values. Okay, next is, so next how we can find out the next one. Here a body is supported on a rough plane inclined at 30 degree. Okay, so plane is inclined at an angle 30 degree. Okay, body is supported, and so a body is placed over here, an object is placed over here, and it is placed at and an inclined plane which is having angle 30 degree with respect to the horizontal by a string attached to the body and held at an angle 30 degree to the plane. So here a string is attached over here. So a string is attached over here, then it is attached here and it is making an angle 30 degree with this slope. Okay, a string is attached to the body and held at an angle 30 degree to the plane. Draw a diagram showing the forces acting on the body. So which and all forces will be acting on it? So here you can see weight W will be exactly downwards. And a normal reactional force will be acting which is perpendicular to the surface. So here this is the tensional force which will be acting on it. And obviously friction will be acting in the opposite direction. Okay, so each one we can divide it into its respective components. So here force, frictional force is acting in this direction. First I am considering the friction with respect to the horizontal. Friction is making, this is making an angle 30 degree. Okay, since it is 30 degree with the here I can, this is 30 degree. And so here in this direction with respect, if I am drawing one horizontal here and this is the vertical, so since this is theta, this angle also will be theta, 30 degree. Okay, so this is the frictional force F, so here it will be F cos 30 and this will be F sin 30. Next I am going to consider for the normal reactional force. This is the normal reactional force which is acting. What is the angle which makes with the horizontal and the vertical? That one we are going to find out. So this is the horizontal way and this is the vertical one. Okay. So here how can we find out this horizontal value and vertical value? See here we already got it as this is 30 degrees. That is with respect to the horizontal, it is making an angle 30 degree here with respect to the horizontal. Clear? This value, then what will be the rest of the, this is with respect to the 90, this perpendicular to the surface, that is the whole thing is 90 degree. See here I'll use different ink for that. See this is the frictional force which is acting. Okay, and through the inclined plane, and perpendicular to that normal is acting. Okay, now perpendicular to that normal is acting. Here we need to find, then see this is the horizontal which I am drawing over here. This is the horizontal, it's not gone as horizontal but it is the horizontal. So this horizontal we already got it as 30 degree. With respect to the horizontal it is making an angle 30 degree. Okay, now again I am considering another one, that is this whole thing. This is 90 degree. And in that the small angle is 30. Then how much will be this one? This one will be 60 degree. So this normal is making an angle 60 degree with the horizontal. So this normal force is making an angle 60 degree. So you can find out the n cos 60 you will be getting here, and here this will be n sin 60. Next another force which is acting is tension. Tension is acting here which is making an angle 30 degree with respect to the plane, right? With respect to this inclined plane it is making an angle 30. So what will be the angle which is making with this whole vertical? 60 degree. Already we got this angle as 30 degree. So with respect to the horizontal it is making an angle 60 degree. So here T cos 60 and this will be T sin 60. These are the different forces which is acting on the diagram. Okay, so here all the horizontal components when we are considering, see the diagram where we are getting the horizontal components. First I am considering the horizontal components. Horizontal component. See F cos 30 is acting in this direction. F cos 30. and then n cos 60 also acting in the same direction, and t cos 60 which will be acting in the opposite direction. Then what about the vertical forces? Vertical components are F sine 30, that is acting in the downward direction, and then T next we will move to N sine 60, that also acting in the upward direction, and next is T sine 60, that is acting in the upward direction. So these are the different forces which is acting on the horizontal and vertical components. Okay, clear children? This is how we will be finding out the horizontal component and the vertical components. Okay, so from the previous page, first we will find out first page we will take this diagram, and these are the questions which I kept over there. I'll take to the next one, and I'll add one more page, and to this we will take the questions. See, now it is viewable, I guess. Okay, write down the component of horizontal forces. Write down the components of forces F1, F2, F3 and F4 along OX, OY directions as shown in figure. So for that, here you can see that F1, F2, F3. See, F1 is acting 4 Newton. Okay, and here it is making an angle 30 degree with respect to the horizontal. Okay, here it is F4 also acting along the same direction. Another force F2 is acting 4 Newton with respect to the horizontal, which is 60 degree with respect to the horizontal. F3 is acting exactly downwards, that is 6 Newton. We need to find out the components of the horizontal forces. 4 forces F1, F2, F3 and F4 along OX and OY. So X axis means this horizontal beam. So here we need to find out for F1 and F2. This is F1 equals 4 Newton. Horizontally will be F1 cos 30 and this will be F1 sin 40. Not 40, 30. This angle is 30 degree. And here it is, this is 60 degree, therefore it is F2 cos 60 and here vertical will be F2 sin 60. Okay, these are the forces which is acting on it. Okay, now we can find out the different forces. So here F1, horizontal forces, all the horizontal components we will consider. Horizontally means F4 is acting horizontally, plus along with that in the same direction F1 cos 30. F1 cos 30 is acting in the same direction and F2 cos 60 is acting in the opposite direction. Right, here you can see F2 cos 60 is opposite direction, horizontal, minus F2 cos 60. This will be the net force which is acting on it. F4 we know the value as 4. F1 we know the value as, what is that? F1 4 into cos 30 is root 3 by 2 minus F2 value is 4 Newton cos 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So here you will be getting the value as, so 4 minus 2, 2, 2 plus 2 root 3. That will be the final answer for the horizontal direction. Same way you can find out for the vertical direction also. So how can we find out the value in the vertical direction? Vertically, which and all forces acting on it? Okay, vertical directions. So tell me here in vertical direction which and all forces are acting vertically upwards. F2 sin 60 upwards plus F1 sin 30 upwards minus 6. Okay, so here I can write it as F1 sin 30 plus F2 sin 60 minus 6 Newton. f1 value is 4, sine 30 is 1 by 2, f2 is 4, sine 60 is root 3 by 2 minus 6. So while you are solving, you will be getting the final answer. Clear children, this is how we will be finding out the forces. Next is, all the strings shown in figure are massless. Tension in the horizontal string is 30 Newton. Find W. Tension which is acting over here. To find out the W in this question, see here, tension is acting in along this direction, right, which is making an angle 45 degree with respect to the vertical. So this will be T cos 45 and this is T sin 45. So which is balancing with the 13 this weight which is acting over here. This is 30 Newton is the weight which is given, which is balanced with the T cos 45. So we can write it as T cos 45. T cos 45, this is 8th one, okay. T cos 45 will be equal, T cos 45 is equal to, what is that, 30 Newton. Because that is the vertical component which is balancing with the 30 Newton. Here itself W is acting downwards. Here T cos 45 we can write it as equal to W. W is the weight which is acting over here, right? So T cos 45 is balanced with the W. And you can see here one more force is acting here, right? This will be the reactional force acting on the object. So reactional force I can represent W here. That will be equal to the 30 Newton, which is reactional force through the tension. Tension in the horizontal string is 30 Newton over here. So tension is given along the horizontal direction as 30 Newton. So this 30 Newton is balancing with the sine 45. So here we can write it as T sine 45 equals 30 Newton. So T cos 45 was balancing with the weight and T sin 45 was balancing with the 30 Newton. Okay, so T cos sin 45 was balancing with the 30 Newton and T cos 45 was balancing with the W. While you are solving these two, you will be getting it as T and T will get cancelled. Tan 45 equals 30 by W. Tan 45 1, so you will get W is equal to, so tan 45 equals 30 by W, therefore W equals 30 Newton. This is how we are doing this. Clear children? So now I hope it is clear for you. And then what else? There's a 9th question is there. That one you try to do it as a homework. If you're not getting it and if you are telling that in the comment box, I'll do that. Okay dears, that's all. And if you like the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Thank you for watching. Bye.